You are welcome to yet another episode of HN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show, where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. Whether you love R. Kelly for his music or loathe him for his alleged actions, it's undeniable that his life and legal battles have sparked heated debates across the globe for their inconsistency with the laws of this land, and with previous relatable cases. The only factor from previous events R. Kelly's case can relate with is the misuse of laws such as the Mann Act, like when it was used to harass and lock up black people in ugly acts of systemic racism. Otherwise there is nothing meaningful to relate R. Kelly's situation to. And this is because he was targeted, and the laws deliberately misinterpreted to achieve the goal of destroying his image and locking him up. But what if we take a step back and examine some key aspects of his case critically? Today we are focusing on Lisa Van Allen's testimony, her admission of forgetting her age when she met R. Kelly, and how this ties into the statutes of limitations that were ignored by the Department of Justice. From his groundbreaking hits like I Believe I Can Fly to his smooth R&B ballads, Kelly's creativity defined an entire era of music. Sadly, this caused many women who were attracted to his celebrity lifestyle to target him for quick financial gain. And these would later on be used by the big corporations which badly seek to control the rights to his art as a weapon to destroy him. Among these women is Lisa Van Allen, who testified as a government witness, only later to find out that she has been telling lies about her age when she first met R. Kelly in order to qualify as a victim and hopefully get paid restitutions like many others. After getting caught, Lisa Van Allen defended herself, claiming she simply forgot how old she was at the time. Well, let's suppose she did. Isn't this what the role of the statutes of limitations which were ignored by the judges should have been? According to Congress, which introduced these statutes of limitations only to later on remove them, what they had envisaged was the likelihood to completely forget or have blurred memories of events and how they happened over time, and the possibility that evidence a defendant could have used to defend himself may get lost over the years, a situation that may result in wrongful convictions. The judges who prevailed over the cases against R. Kelly, however, adamantly decided to assume that the removal of these limitations, which was done in 2003, was retroactive, a scenario prohibited by the U.S. Constitution, which says Congress cannot enact retroactive laws that take away the rights someone had at the time they acted. Just imagine if government had to go back and collect new taxes from old business transactions that took place at the time these taxes were not in place. Or to imprison men who married women when the allowed age was still 17 only because it later changed to 18. This is just not possible. It is for such forgetfulness or loss of information as seen with Lisa Van Allen that statutes of limitations were introduced, but sadly, the entire Department of Justice, including the Chicago Appeal Tribunal, have chosen to go haywire and ignore the important safeguard. Meanwhile, Lisa Van Allen's testimony has been a major cornerstone in shaping the narrative against R. Kelly, as she started off forgetting her age as early as 2008 during R. Kelly's first trial. She has twice lied under oath, but for the Department of Justice, this is no longer punishable. Especially when trying to catch a celebrity like R. Kelly.
Was the threesome with the underage girl actually happening?
I don't know exactly the point, but I know it actually happened at his home, and it happened at his home, and I was 17 years old. So it wasn't in the very beginning, but it wasn't too long after the first threesome.
Her account of meeting and interacting with R. Kelly the first time as a 17-year-old, which was never true, paints a troubling picture of the R&B king. However, one critical aspect of her story that often goes underexamined is her admission of forgetting her exact age at the time she met Mr. Kelly. This is not a trivial detail, as it returns us to the ignored statutes of limitations that were meant to safeguard against this. In cases where the legality of a relationship hinges on the age of consent, such an oversight becomes incredibly significant. Forgetting one's age, whether intentional or accidental, raises serious questions about the reliability of her testimony and those of others whose statutes of limitations had expired. If Van Allen among them cannot clearly remember something as fundamental as her own age, how can we fully trust their recollection of other events? This isn't an attack on her character, but a necessary inquiry into the strength of her evidence and those made by her colleagues. The legal system requires consistency and reliability in witness accounts, particularly in cases as impactful as this one. The concept of statutes of limitations exists to ensure fairness in the legal process. These laws recognize that over time, evidence can deteriorate, memories can fade, and witnesses may become unavailable. The statutes therefore aim to prevent the prosecution of cases where the passage of time has compromised the ability to uncover the truth. In R. Kelly's case, many of the allegations, including those involving Lisa Van Allen, date back decades. While some jurisdictions have extended or removed statutes of limitations for certain crimes, such changes often create a slippery slope. Retroactive application of these changes greatly undermines their original purpose, which was to ensure that justice is both timely and reliable. By disregarding statutes of limitations, therefore, we risk prioritizing emotional narratives over evidence integrity. Van Allen's admission of forgetting her age further complicates this issue. It exemplifies exactly why statutes of limitations are critical if even central witnesses struggle to recall key facts. After so many years, how can we ensure a fair and accurate trial? The erosion of evidence over time isn't just hypothetical but demonstrable in this case. Human memory is fallible. Studies consistently show that as time passes, our recollections of events and facts become less accurate and more susceptible to distortion. Lisa Van Allen's acknowledgement of forgetting her age is a stark reminder of this reality. It also underscores the importance of statutes of limitations in protecting against unreliable testimony. While some may argue that traumatic experiences can lead to memory gaps, the law must operate on evidence, not speculation. If we allow vague or inconsistent memories to override the principles of fairness enshrined in statutes of limitations, we risk convicting individuals based on incomplete or flawed narratives. The case against R. Kelly is undoubtedly complex and emotionally charged. But at its core, it raises fundamental questions about how we balance the pursuit of justice with the need for fairness. Lisa Van Allen's testimony and her admission of forgetting her age highlight the challenges of relying on decades-old allegations. Coupled with the erosion of evidence over time, these issues demonstrate why statutes of limitations are an essential safeguard in the legal system. As we continue to discuss and debate this case, let's not lose sight of the principles that underpin justice. Fairness, consistency, and adherence to the rule of law are not just ideals. They're necessities even for government and the justice system. Thank you for watching. If you found this video thought-provoking, don't forget to like and leave a comment. Let's keep the conversation going. If you want to be featured in our video releases, send us your clips by emailing them to hnnewsroom242@gmail.com or use Google Drive for larger files. Be sure to include your name and any details you'd like us to know. We can't wait to showcase your contributions. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say. To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. Also remember to hit the bell icon and enable notifications. And feel free to share your opinions with us in the comment section below, and let us know if you would like us to publish your views in our next release. We value all our subscribers' opinions.